Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD, and today is Sunday, March 28, 2021. It is 8:52 and 34 seconds p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and tonight I'm going to be doing an autobiography, so let's hop to it here. A very small autobiography, introducing myself as an optimist, enthusiast, and hobbyist. I consider myself an amateur scientist, that being self-generated. My adoration is fired from within, inspired by family, friends, and close supporters, which throw in the logs to fuel my endeavors. I have a lot of adoration for people who have a love for life. I started reading Encyclopedia Britannica when I was just a child, and continued reading throughout my life. In 1983, I owned my first personal home computer. It was called a Z80 WizKid, mainly for children, and taught myself how to program using educational flashcards. Moreover, around 1986, I was given a VIC-20 for Christmas, with a collection of computer programming manuals, and taught myself very sophisticated computer languages, which incorporated a lot of complicated algorithms at a very young age. Furthermore, I joined IRC, a social network for programmers, in the fall of 1995. I was just a teenager, and participated and volunteered as an admin of Windows 95 Help Group. In my later years, I also participated in programming groups such as Unix and Linux platforms, and moved up from program admin to server operator. In the year 2017, I reunited with my fellow computer programmers on a social network programming platform called IRC. I spent many years in the past volunteering as an IRC operator, but in recent years, I chose to only deal with standard moderator adminship. Since I have so many projects on the go all at once, my role is fairly sophisticated, such as enforce and practice standard channel protocols, and help our programmers with computer programming problems over Bash workstations, troubleshooting and engineering software for Unix and Windows operating systems. We learned so much together as a peer network, and I had the opportunity to meet many programmers from all walks of life. Way too many to mention in this short autobiography. Let's save the best for last. In the year 2017, I also reunited with my fellow PC Tech Pell Talkers, a really nice group of people in a chat program called Pell Talk. We've known each other for a long time. I used to sporadically visit the room in the late 1990s, and I got a chance to meet the original room owner under the nickname Inspiration. Inspiration's passions and visions throughout the golden age of computing was out of this world. I especially favored the group and would pop in on occasion. To make a long story short, early 2017, I received a private message from Jay Penny, a super admin of PC Tech. Jay Penny mentioned to me that the group really appreciated my fun and outgoing attitude and my passion for learning. Jay Penny immediately asked me if I wanted to be part of PC Tech administration. In this particular group, throughout past events, I was never really accepted, and very happy that for the first time in my life to be accepted as a group member. I refused Jay Penny's request because I was taking on complicated operations and chores over the IRC platform. In 2018, I was reapproached by Elton, another co-admin. He asked me kindly to please give PC Tech a chance, so I contacted Jay Penny, and Jay Penny immediately provided me with the PC Tech admin protocols. They all put in a request to the co-owner Wildfire. She is a very compassionate lady, with a polymath of technical skills, along with life skills to share with the group. I always like listening to her stories. I also took a liking to Graphics, a co-administrator. He is a very friendly admin with a lot of humor, and very educational at troubleshooting the most difficult tasks, and I admire that he always makes time for friends. I made many friends, and actually best of friends with Sub-Zero. He is also a computer programmer and recent co-owner of PC Tech. Sub-Zero, we often call QQ, is a really cool tech. He teaches the group 20 new things a day, and he has also become a major wordsmith over the years. Sub-Zero is always learning, and I especially have a lot of adoration for this particular fellow. There is also Happy Harry Net, programmer and original creator of our help website and protocols. Much great things to say about this fellow. I am very close with a lot of these admins, especially since we've known each other since the golden days of computing. I would also like to mention Variable Quantum Chemist. I think he has really come a long ways in this group, and he has been here for many, many years, and deserves adminship. Variable quantum chemist told PC Tech a story tonight. He told us that he ended up in the psych hospital, and he thought he was there to get help, but quickly realized that psychiatrists and staff were very negative towards his life passion of becoming a student of science. I replied to him that psychiatrists love to play God, and they are not God. Which reminds me of the time my father passed on a very positive message to me when I was just a kid. My dad said to me, "Never let anyone tell you you can't do something." To make a long story short, I had made tremendous amounts of friends. And although it is hard to squeeze all my friends into this short autobiography, you definitely know who you are. I told Sub-Zero tonight, ain't nothing getting between our friendships. Nothing. We are a help forum and philanthropists that provide technical support for learning purposes, and it is quite educational. These guys are like my morning radio, always making me laugh, and they also help me with a lot of tough and complicated projects. We are the philanthropists, and we love to encourage and inspire others with the same passion we all share together. Furthermore, I am the only man in family history to still have all my hair in my mid-40s. I never smoked, drank, or participated in mood-altering substances in my entire lifetime. Cigarettes will destroy cells prematurely, making hair go white or bald. The strongest substance I've ever drank in my entire life is ginger root homemade tea, all natural, all filtrated water. I had not watched television in nearly 30 years. I am ahead of my time by thousands of years. I simply don't like to pollute my mind with profanity, violence, crime, or derogatory influence. I never touched pop or fast food restaurants in nearly 30 years. I think people that drink pop or eat grease food don't metabolate their food properly and create junk in the body, leading to self-destruction. I had never owned an active cell or mobile phone in my entire life. Mobile phones in proximity to your cranium produce microwave radiation and will turn your brain into jello. I am the only man in family history with genius IQ and 20/20 vision in mid-40 years, scoring in the ratio of 240 to 260 super genius, mid-age range IQ testing. My keyboarding skills were recently tested, falling into the range of 98 to 130 words per minute. The last IQ test I recently took by Mensa, 2019, scoring into the ratios of 198, 210 above and beyond average intelligence. I started reading the Encyclopedia Britannica at a very young age, and by the time I reached 16 years old, I was beyond, over and above doctor's comprehension, and above and beyond the doctorate standards. I am currently a researcher in many scientific fields, particularly looking into pathophysiology, pathology, in addition to biophysics, which play an important role into the scrutiny or skepticism. On my spare time, I enjoy reading the entire Encyclopedia of Science, which includes the latest discoveries in the world. Astrology, astronomy, biophysics, astrophysics, paleontology, anthropology, environmental science, mathematics, bioinformatics, microbiology, meteorology, chemistry, biology, computer science, geology, seismology, ocean science. I consider myself a philanthropist and have a love for life, with good aspirations for the future of longevity and world peace. By the way, the glasses I'm wearing in this videography don't have any lenses. I thought I'd wear them for my autobiography, particularly for fashion. This autobiography was written by me, Professor Will, researcher professor, scientist and philanthropist.